going on SmackDown when it comes to comedy.
The Fashion Files.
Bray, Zango, Tyler Breeze, and Fandango. Are they going to get the tag team championships this weekend, or are the Usos going to defend?
Okay. This is a simple one. The Usos will win. It's going to be I think if Breezango puts on a good show with the Usos, I do see a future Breezango tag team championship. I don't see it yet. Usos win.
I see Breezango winning, and I see them kind of pushing the Usos out of the way and maybe taking on the Ascension in the future or some other...
The Ascension
or the Colognes.
The forgotten teams, the Colognes too.
But I'm going to take Breezango this week as tag team champions. And you know what? Actually, forget those two tag teams I just mentioned. I see them in a feud coming up with the New Day. In fact, it'd be great to see the New Day maybe come out and intervene in this match a little bit.
We talked about that last week.
So I'm going to take Breezango winning the tag team championships this Sunday at Backlash. Now we move on to the two main event-ish matches, I would say. We're going to start with the United States Championship. The champion, Kevin Owens, the new face of America, taking on AJ Styles. He's finally away from Chris Jericho, taking on some new blood in the sense of a new opponent. And he's officially on SmackDown as champion, even though he lost to Chris Jericho and had to win his championship back. But he's the champion, and he's taking on AJ Styles, who you got.
So we got the face that runs the place, and then we have the new face of America. So we had a lot of faces here, even though Kevin Owens is a heel and AJ Styles was a heel. I am going with Kevin Owens, the new face of America, as he likes to be called. I don't see him. Why have this new gimmick, the new face of America, if he's going to lose the title very quickly? It's going to be a hell of a match, but Kevin Owens retains the title. I could see AJ. I could see AJ a run with the championship with AJ, but like I said with the Breezango thing, not yet. We'll see.
I got Kevin Owens winning this as well because I think AJ Styles is a more interesting character as the screwed over, scorned wrestler, as we've seen in the past when he lost his number one contendership or he lost his championship. It was way more interesting to see AJ Styles tearing up the back, angrily feeling he got screwed over than being successful. So I could see Kevin Owens winning this match, that really cheesing off AJ Styles and maybe leading to a, AJ Styles. I don't know what it would lead to, but it would just be on the lead off SmackDown this upcoming Tuesday. It would be great to see AJ Styles not just losing, but maybe feeling like he got screwed over and taking it out on another superstar that he starts a feud with, Shane McMahon, Daniel Bryan. You never know.
It's going to be
Daniel Bryan. That'd be interesting.
I know, right?
But either way, I feel that AJ Styles plays that scorned loser better than he plays the winner. So I'm going to take Kevin Owens winning this matchup this week. I'm not saying it's going to be clean, but I say Kevin Owens leaves with the championship belt.
Is it Kevin Owens' win? Are they ever clean? I feel like
I'm taking Kevin Owens to leave Backlash with the championship belt.
I think it won't be clean. I'll put it there. I'll say Kevin Owens wins dirty.
And finally, your main event, Randy Orton, the champion, versus Jinder Mahal. A couple weeks ago, we never thought we would be about to see this match, but here it is. This Sunday night, Chicago, Illinois, Jinder Mahal, the number one contender for the WWE Championship, taking on Randy Orton, the champion of SmackDown. Who do you got?
As much as they're building Jinder Mahal as a champion, a title contender going forward with this great alliance he has with the Singh brothers, I don't know what it is with me tonight, but I think he's in line for a future title run. I don't know why I have a lot of futures going on tonight, but Jinder Mahal will be a champion, just not tonight. I don't see, I'm looking back at it. I'm like, man, I don't see any titles changing hands. One of them's going to be changing hands. I'll probably be wrong on one of them, but I don't feel like Randy Orton is going to lose the title yet. I think Jinder Mahal will get the title eventually, but Randy Orton does retain at Backlash.
I'm going to take Randy Orton as well. This just feels like a filler contender. We've seen it in the past. WWE's done this forever, obviously. You remember Hulk Hogan facing, Ultimate Warrior and some of the big opponents at WrestleManias and SummerSlams, but you forget the Saturday Night Main Event where Hulk Hogan defended the championship against Earthquake, and I feel that this is kind of like that. This is like the Patriot versus Bret Hart, Scott Steiner versus Triple H before WrestleMania 19. It's kind of just a filler. It's kind of, to see something different. I don't feel that they're going to, give Jinder Mahal a championship reign. I feel that Randy Orton is the face of SmackDown for the time being. He's going to be the face until you have him fight somebody that I could legitimately see him losing to, an AJ Styles, even a Kevin Owens, maybe even a Luke Harper if you build it up right, again, maybe at like SummerSlam or something like that. But I just feel this is what an in-your-house pay-per-view, this is what it does. If you remember in-your-house pay-per-views, you remember that it was a triple threat match for the WWE Championship, British Bulldog and, the Patriot versus Shawn Michaels. You obviously don't remember either of those two people ever being champion, but you remember British Bulldog fighting for the championship at a bunch of in-your-house pay-per-views. You remember Owen Hart going for the WWE Championship, the Patriot going for the WWE Championship, Mick Foley going for the WWE Championship long before he ever became champion, when he was still on his way up. And I feel that this is what Jinder Mahal is. It's just a filler. This is like Hardcore Holly versus Brock Lesnar, back in 2006 at the Royal Rumble. This is like JBL versus, Eddie Guerrero back before JBL was champion the first time. And you're like, they're not going to give the belt to JBL. And, they eventually did. But before they did, they just had him, they put him into the title picture. And I think that could be similar to what we saw with JBL.
JBL had a hell of a run, too.
This could be, and when JBL was fighting for the WWE Championship for the very first time, when he became that new persona, JBL versus Bradshaw, we're like, what is going on? Bradshaw is main eventing a pay-per-view? What is going on with SmackDown? What? They eventually made him champion, which, to be honest with you, while the longest reigning champion in SmackDown history, for the most part, it was we all remembered it, a pretty weak championship reign. He had some good matches in there, but for the most part, we never looked at him like he was the champion. That's why we always looked at SmackDown like it was a secondary show, because JBL was your champion.
Yep.
But even before they gave him the belt, they still had him fight for the belt a few times for us to kind of get used to him in that main event picture. And I think even if they're going to give Jinder Mahal the belt in the future, I feel that they're not going to give it to him right away. We're going to have to see what he looks like in the main event, and then maybe down the road give him the belt. But this weekend, I think it's going to go to Randy Orton. He's leaving with the belt, and I don't even think it's going to be dirty. I think he's winning clean.
Yeah, and there's no doubt in my mind. I think Randy Orton does finish it clean with a nice RKO. I do see a couple near falls by Jinder Mahal. I do think the Singh brothers will get involved in one way, shape, or form, where we might think for a quick second, oh my God, I think he's about to win, and he puts his finishing maneuver out, and Randy Orton at the right before 3 kicks out, and then eventually out of nowhere an RKO, and there you go.
All right, now that is your Backlash rundown for this Sunday, and we're going to close the show out with our traditional Tweet of the Week segment. I'm going to start things off this week with my Tweet of the Week. It comes from Josh Eisenberg at Josh Eisenberg 4. You might know Josh Eisenberg in the wrestling community. He's pretty high up there with Chairshot Reality, Pro Wrestling Report. He's done it all in the internet wrestling community. If there were ESPNs of WWE and sports entertainment, he would be on said ESPN of sports entertainment. He currently works with MLB Advanced Media as we speak. And his tweet this week was, if Braun is indeed out for 6 months, you sure have your 2018 Royal Rumble winner. And it's not funny. It's kind of a true statement. Of,
yeah.
I mean, now you know who's probably going to win, because they still want to give us this match. Vince McMahon wants us to see heavyweight versus heavyweight, regardless. He wants us to see Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar, regardless of how long we have to wait for it. He's going to give it to us. That's what he wants to sell us. He wants to sell Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar. And if he has to wait till WrestleMania next year because of this 6-month hiatus, he's going to give it to us at WrestleMania next year. And that pretty much sews up that we all think now that Braun Strowman's going to... And they always love that, to come back to win the Royal Rumble.
John Cena's done it. Yeah. It's funny. To add to the Braun Strowman thing, I'm on the Braun Strowman train as well with the Tweet of the Week. I'm going to our regular friend, so to speak, of the program, at least on this segment. They're the best. It's the best Twitter for humor for WWE on the internet. It's a good one. Not having Braun Strowman on the road for 6 months sucks, but call it catering's raw meat budget in but it cuts catering's raw meat budget in half. I even chopped it up there. So let me repeat that. Not having Braun Strowman on the road for 6 months sucks, but it cuts catering's raw meat budget in half. There we go. I finally got it in. Don't worry, I didn't butcher that too bad. I guess we were talking meat, so I butchered that apparently.
So I think we should call WWE Creative Humor and see if they want to sponsor the show, because essentially they sponsor your Tweet of the Week.
They're good
every single week.
And I still butchered it, but we got it done.
So those are your Tweets of the Week. Until next week, we hope you enjoy Backlash this Sunday, and when it all wraps up, we will be here once again to talk everything WWE, everything Backlash, Raw, SmackDown, and anything that comes up between now and next week in the next 7 days in sports entertainment. For Brandon the Icebreaker Clements, for Paul Boy Green who joined us for the 3 count, and myself, Jared Wicks, this has been the Heel to the Face podcast on Sports War Radio, Rat Pack Radio, and now on iTunes.